Building $10,000 gaming rigs is nothing unusual around here. What is unusual is what our client intends to do with it. That's right. We don't do many commission builds, but when Terabrite reached out telling me that they needed an absolute, zero compromises, top of the line machine for ROBLOX, I was intrigued. What? Really?
Yeah.
ROBLOX.
Okay, well, amongst other things.
I sure hope they used Honey while they were shopping. Honey is the free-to-use tool that helps search for some of the best promo codes on tons of your favorite sites. Get it today at joinhoney.com/LTT. Jokes aside, while this machine will almost certainly be used for playing Roblox at some point or another, it is for stuff other than that as well. The team over at Terabrite is going to be using it for video editing, After Effects work. Basically, this is gonna be their primary bonkers workstation, and they want it to be able to do anything, spare no expense. And we certainly didn't, starting with the motherboard. The ROG Zenith 2 Extreme Alpha is as top of the line as it gets. Full support for, I think it's up to, what is it, like 5 M.2 SSDs or something ridiculous like that. 8 sticks of memory, so up to 256 gigs of RAM, and of course, our 64-core Ryzen Threadripper 3990X. Guys, this is a CPU that is so far over the top that even around here, where we build up and tear down crazy machines for your entertainment all the freaking time, we basically did our review of this thing, Jake put it in his test bench, and then it was never touched again. Why? Because nobody ever asked him for it back, because it just kind of doesn't make any sense.
How much is that motherboard?
This is $900 US.
What?
Well, remember, if you've got a $4,000 CPU, is it really that crazy? How much you think the RAM costs?
No, 2 grand.
Actually, no, but it's a grand total because we've got 128 gigs of 3600 megahertz CL18 memory. Now, CL18, that don't sound very impressive at all, but you gotta remember, guys, these are high capacity DIMMs. Dang! And of course, they're Trident Z Neo, so they got that RGB. The funny thing about this is it's not like I don't work with crazy top tier hardware like this all the time. It's just that under normal circumstances, I would be putting it together into a rig, and then as soon as the video's over, carefully taking it apart again so that we can use it for another project, because this stuff doesn't grow on trees. Someone is actually going to daily drive this thing, you know? I love it. It's fun. We should do more commission builds. Any oil princes out there want me to build them a computer? Okay, Brandon, how much? All right, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna harp on it. We already showed the prices at the beginning, and it's kind of a recurring theme. Between the two of them, these Samsung 980 Pro 2 terabyte drives are gonna run you around $800 US. Now, these aren't top capacity drives. You can get Sabrin Rocket Qs that are up to 8 terabytes per M.2. But when it comes to performance, these are the big dong or top dog with a full Gen 4x4 PCI Express link and capability of reading and writing at something stupid, like up to 7 gigabytes a second or whatever. Well beyond what anyone could need out of a single drive for almost anything. And, you know, we got a casual 2 of them. Now, we won't be setting them up in RAID or anything like that because even just one of them is, like I said, as fast as you could possibly need. But they wanted more capacity, and now they have it. And they could put up to another 3 of them in there. Look at this, the board has an M.2 on the back. They couldn't cram enough of them on the front. Because Ryzen Threadripper has so many PCI Express lanes, there's no real benefit or drawback to any of the different M.2 slots. Other than that, I wanted to install the drives in these ones because once a graphics card and capture card and anything else are installed in these slots, these are gonna be the most difficult ones to get at. So if the Terabrite team wants to, you know, add more storage down the line, leaving the DIMM.2 slots, which are nice and easy to get at. Wait, well, the one on the back of the board isn't gonna be easy to get at. Whatever, they're in here now. They can install 2 additional ones then. Did not think that through. Now wait a minute, the case is different, but did they base this machine on our editing rigs?
I just wanted to like embarrass you and make theirs better.
Well, oh, I'm okay with theirs being better. I can't afford $4,000 processors for all of our editors. We went with 24 core, not 64 core. Oh, also we're using a different case. Although if this case had been out when we standardized our builds, I think we might have gone with this one. The 5000X from Corsair is just so freaking easy to build in. It looks great. It's a reasonable price. Can't say enough good things about this case. It also has really solid thermal characteristics. Even though it has glass panels on the front and top, you can see Corsair built in extremely large spaces for airflow, so that's really key. And then, if I'm being honest, the big feature for me is this cables no more door, so I don't really have to do the most amazing job of cable managing it. Oh yeah, and there's included RGB light fans and stuff. RGB lighting aside, choosing a cooler for Threadripper is a little bit more complicated than choosing a cooler for some other CPU because of the size of the chip. The size of the copper cold plate on the bottom of this cooler isn't even as big as the Threadripper CPU. Of course, you don't actually need to cover the entire heat spreader here with a cooling element as long as you've got contact with the part of the heat spreader that has the dies underneath it. And Corsair does list this particular unit as compatible. So if we fire this thing up and the temps suck, then I guess they're going to get a nasty phone call. When it comes to radiator mounting, there are two major considerations. Number one is longevity. So you don't want to put your pump in a position where it has to pull water up and can potentially get air bubbles stuck in it. Number two is cleaning. This is a big one for me. The fastest, easiest way for me to mount this would be to go like so and put it in there like that. But unfortunately, even though there's a filtered air intake over here, we are gonna end up with an absolute nightmare of dust and cat hair buildup over here. And the only way to clean it off is gonna be to completely pull this off, pull all the fans off, get it all blown out, and then completely reinstall the thing. That sucks. So what we're going to do instead is we're gonna pull all these off, put them on the back, and suck air through this way. That way it's just a matter of going like this and it's clean.
Put it on the top.
You want me to put it on the top? Okay, putting it on the top is another option. We could just go like that.
Because otherwise you don't have the RGB on the
Fine,
front of the case.
you already won. You won the battle. But the war is not over yet. Okay, here we go. I got all the fans held in place. The trick is to get everything to stay where it's supposed to be and then start screwing it in. Oh crap. Oh crap. No, I got this. Why does anyone commission builds with us? Okay, I think it's in enough. There we go, not bad. Now we just gotta hope that this reaches. Yeah, that should reach the CPU. Should be fine. Motherboard goes in then. And a one, and a two, and a, now we'll go slow. This is one of those like sort of EATX, but not actually EATX, wider than standard motherboards. So hopefully we're not gonna, yeah, we gotta pull out the cable management doodad. Oh, bummer. Oi! Well, I found one screw. Okay, we got it out.
Only got bent a little bit.
It's a little bent.
But I can fix that.
Thanks, Jake, good work. The radiator was interfering with taking it out. There's an extra standoff pre-installed in this case because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mounting holes. The 9th is actually covered up by the chonktastic 16-phase VRM on this motherboard. So we gotta go ahead and remove this standoff before it shorts out the back of the board. There we go. Let's try this again, shall we? Man, this is gonna be a sick looking machine. I have never mounted a Corsair AIO on Threadripper before, but it's actually super easy. You just take the two-sided standoffs and then change out the bracket and throw your thumb nuts on. Boom, it's a hard mount. Okay, there we go, not bad. Strictly speaking, we don't need a 1300 watt power supply with 80 plus platinum efficiency. Oh, I'm sorry, did you think I was gonna say something else?
This guy thinks he's funny or something.
I am funny. At least 3 people on the internet think I'm funny. Sound off in the comments.
Yeah.
And go buy something at lttstore.com. Corsair includes both a fan hub and an RGB hub with this case, but this cooler uses this connector that goes into this Commander RGB and fan hub. So we're gonna have dual fan and RGB hubs, I guess. One of the keys when you're using any kind of software fan or RGB control is making sure that everything is wired up in the right order. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way, if we set up any lighting effects or anything that are supposed to go from fan to fan, they'll all run correctly. And then the actual cable management of it is sort of a secondary concern because we got the cable hider. That is a nice little touch. Corsair includes a second plate for the CPU block that I think looks way better with our RAM. Leading us finally to GPU time. Oh yeah, we chucked in the extra fans that we had. They have kind of a different RGB layout, so I don't know how good it's gonna look, but I figured more RGB is more better. For our GPU, it's an ROG Strix RTX 3090. It's got a triple slot frickin' cooler, 24 gigs of RAM. This is the fastest GPU money can buy. These things go for what? Like $3,500 US? Do not pay that much for one. Even if it's a money printing machine because you mine crypto or whatever, please, no. Do we have any LTT cable ties that we can give them? David is on the job. Until we got to the graphics card, it was easy to kind of forget that this is a ROBLOX computer. But here we are, this is it. The ROBLOXinator. Dang, yeah, it looks awesome. Come on, it was totally worth putting those extra fans in back there. Jake didn't want to bother. Cause like we don't have the cable management hider thing. I think it was necessary. Otherwise you just got this blank space, especially cause like the cable management is so tight, you can barely even see any of the cables. Oh, wow, booted right up to Windows, look at that. Now we can put our panels on. I gotta just upgrade my cable management and A+. I love it. It's so little work. Just like that. Fantastic. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I think we're gonna keep this filter off because these are exhaust fans anyway, so you don't really need a filter because they're constantly blowing away any dust that would potentially settle on the case. And once you put this piece of glass on here, I think I'd rather just see the fans directly. Oh, excuse me. You guys know you want one. Just 10 grand. I'll build you one. Sorry, open it back up. Forgot to talk about the capture card. This is an AverMedia Live Gamer 4K. It can do up to 1080p at 240 FPS, or it can do 4K at 60 FPS. And they weren't actually sure if they need a capture card or if they'll need one in the future, but figured given the cost of the rig, 300 bucks, throw it in there, I guess. Now, of course, we can't just send them the computer without testing it. So we're gonna need to do some benchmarks, starting with, Jake, I'm gonna need your help with this because, as you know, I'm not exactly like a small child. Maybe you could tell me about ROBLOX.
You know me, the small child.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair, I have not played Roblox since like 2015, so.
It's Minecraft, but like for
Minecraft.
even smaller children, I think.
No, well, sort of. Roblox can be a lot more complicated if you actually like make your own games and shit. But if you're just playing games, it can be for small children, yes.
Okay, cool.
So here, why don't you pick a game?
Sure. Oh, I'm super
This is okay. When I played this game, the top game on the list would have like 3,000 people in it, and now there's like 500,000.
That is utterly incredible.
Yeah.
I want to play my Water Park Tycoon. That is a toilet.
Hold on.
Well, then you pick something for me.
Well, you can play a first-person shooter.
Why would I play a first-person shooter in Roblox, though?
Because they're pretty good.
Okay, fine, sure. Is Roblox just locked to 60 FPS?
I think so, but I've heard there's a program you can get that'll like fix it.
It's totally a thing. Roblox FPS unlocker. FPS cap, not, okay. 100, and we're running it over at like 200 FPS right now. Yeah, look at these GPU frame times, 2.89, 2.85 milliseconds. Okay, I'm going Team Blue. We're going Team Blue. What is happening?
Wow, it runs really good.
Well, yeah.
Look on the roof, on the roof, on the roof. Oh, oh!
What happened to my other thing? Maybe you have to, maybe you take whatever gun of the person you kill. Yes,
Oh.
you do. Okay.
Oh, this might be gun game.
Okay. What the fudge is happening right now? I don't even understand. What was that? Okay, yeah, I could see kids having fun because they can totally just like play whatever like violent ass game they want. It's like, oh yeah, mom, I'm gonna play some Roblox or whatever. I think it's a 10. It's a 10. Yeah, they should go IPO. I love it. I'm having a blast.
Do you want to try a different game?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's try some. I'm gonna get Roblox for my kids tomorrow. Bitcoin miner beta. You can mine Bitcoin, upgrade new cards, buy new mining devices, and many others.
What?
Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so inventory, I just need to build, so there's a budget graphic card. Wow, this is kind of crazy. Premium coins.
And this is how the game maker makes money.
This game, man. So wait, hold on. You take your real money, you convert it to Roblox money, you use that Robux, excuse me, to mine crypto money, which you then...
You can't get Robux back.
You're just dumb. You should have spent your money on
You can buy items
some
and
other
stuff.
investment.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then the guy
Okay.
that makes this game, if you buy stuff in the game, he makes that money after there's like some taxes, and then he can then exchange that Robux back to real money. So there's like big companies that make games for this game.
Wow. All right. Well, guys, it seems to be working. Enjoy your Roblox crushinating machine / video workstation. And hey, thanks for shopping at lttgamingpcs.com.
I'm gonna go buy that domain right now.
Yeah, you probably should.
lttgamingpcs.com?
That would be best.
Okay.
Just redirect it to LTT Store. And I need to redirect the topic of this video to our sponsor. Big shout out to Drop for sponsoring this video. Drop and Hammer just launched a unique keycap that will be the envy of all of your friends. We are bringing 2017 back with a fidget spinner artisan keycap. That's right, it has a spinnable top that is shaped just like the spinners that you see on the streets if you had a time machine. It comes in 7 vibrant colors, from transparent watermelon to spotted cheetah and everything in between watermelons and cheetahs. And it's the perfect time killer when you're staring at a loading screen or in between game rounds and you've already done all the like push-ups you can do during your loading screen, because we know that that's what gamers do. So don't wait, spin into action with your fidget spinner keycap at the link down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, you might enjoy our last commissioned PC, the Pyramid PC for dbrand. That was, boy, was it ever a lot more work than this one. We're only doing them like this from now on.